Guys, Mark Goldberg here from Mark Vlogs Watches with a quick word for your friend and mine, ArchieLuxury, Paul Pluta, AC3, Archibald Chesterfield III. You know, he invented the quick wristwatch check, and the rest of us on YouTube, well, we just stole it. Help keep Archie full-time on YouTube by liking this video, watching this video, tell your fuckhead friends, and make sure to subscribe to his Patreon. And now, ArchieLuxury.
Hi guys, it's ArchieLuxury on the Paul Pluta channel. We're doing a paid review today, and this is for a very good fan of the channel. Very good fan of the channel, and very shortly we're going to have another fashion company which is going to be advertising Fur Boutique Germany, pre-owned luxury furs. I'll talk about that in a few days time. Guys, I gotta tell you, one of my good friends in the fashion industry is Reeves Modern English Tailoring. He's a tailor in New York City, and he's been a very cool fan of the channel. He's always helped me out, and he's asked me, he said to me, hey, he wants to buy a sports watch. And he was asking me, now he's currently got two really cool watches. He's got a Rolex Day Date, that's the President Day Date. I think it's an 18238. And he's got a Lange Saxonia. It's the 35mm, which is, you know, I think David is a sort of a thin, good-looking guy. He's not sort of portly like your YouTube guru. But, you know, he's a cool guy. And he said to me, he said, hey, he wants to buy a sports watch. And he said to me, he said, hey, Arch, what do you think of the Apollo 11 50th anniversary? It's not the all-gold one. The other one that's steel with gold accents. I quite fancy one, but not a lot floating around on the secondary market is even officially out yet. Sorry, not a lot been floating on the secondary market. Is it even out yet? If you have any US leads on one, would be interested. Sending you some beer money for the trouble. Hope all is well. And I got to be completely frank and honest with you. One of the worst things you can do is, as a watch connoisseur, is get involved in the new release bullshit. That's correct. New release bullshit. You know, you got to understand, all these watch companies, they want sales. So what they do is they actually they're very determined to get sales. So what they do is they're happy to continually release things that the people come in and buy. The only problem is, a lot of the times I don't say buy new. I'm not here. I'm not the watch company's ambassador. I'm here to tell you the fucking truth. And the fucking awful truth is, most retail purchases are best done on the secondary scene. Okay, that's the honest, God forbid truth. You should buy most of your stuff on the secondary fucking market. You don't buy it on the new market. And I'm trying to get this across, man. I'm trying to get this across. He doesn't seem to want to understand the simple rule here. I mean, if you want to play new model shit, you got to have big coin. And look, I got to be honest with you, David Reeves, he's got his own little business, and he's cool. David Reeves, Bespoke.com. Reeves Modern English Tailoring. Look it up on Google. I got to be honest with you, he should be getting bang per buck. So I don't think you'd be buying new releases. You would be much better off. Ooh, To buy used. You buy used. You don't buy new. Okay? You just don't do that, man. Man, you don't buy some things you don't buy used. Maybe your socks should not be bought used. You gotta buy some things new and some things you gotta buy used. Now, luxury wristwatches, man, unless you're in the Lamborghini set, you buy used. Okay? So that's some pretty basic rules there. Now, he's a man of style. He wants to look, you know, the part because he's doing bespoke tailoring. This is not for poor people. This is quite, you know, it's quite expensive. So he wants a beautiful wristwatch. He's got a Day-Date Rolex. Day-Date Rolex 36 mil classic, just elegant, just absolutely beautiful. He's got a Lange. Ooh, the ultimate dress watch on a leather strap. Now he needs to add a Sportster. A sports. Now, obviously, he's actually already said to me he would like to add, he wants to add a Nautilus. However, he goes, the Nautilus chronograph would round out quite nicely. Unfortunately, it's a little bit short. So, what's a good sports watch that has got amazing bang for buck? And that's a good question. That's a very, very good question. So let's have a bit of a talk. Bang for buck sports watches to look absolutely minted. So I got to tell you, the first watch that comes to mind, in my opinion, is to get a Breguet Type 20. Breguet Type 20. They're a little bit soft. You want to get a nice one. The thing about the Breguet is it's not just a heavy-duty watch you can just beat the shit out of. It's a connoisseur's watch. It's a very high-quality watch. Breguet is a very, very high-end brand. I reckon that's a great buy. You can get those $5,000-6,000 US. They're a good buy. The Breguet Type 20. They've got a Breguet Type 21 and a Breguet Type 22. I'm not a huge fan of them. They're a bit bigger, but they kind of lost the basic element. But the Breguet Type 20, that's a beautiful, very, very classic high-end watch. What's another good piece I would recommend? What is another good piece? And the other thing I would highly, highly recommend, I would have to say, so we got Breguet, is if you want to spend a bit more money, is the Vacheron Constantin Overseas. Now, my friend Clive recently bought a three-hander. That's three-hand seconds, minutes, and hours, you know. Three-hander. They're quite good bang per buck. A friend of mine had the previous model chronograph, which had the I think it had the Edward P. Gay movement in it, and it had the 2-disc date. That was quite a lovely watch, and you're looking 10 or 11 US. That's kind of the money. Maybe a bit more depending on your dealer, but that's kind of what they were. They're a very, very soft model. Maybe a bit more, 12, because I get things at a very cheap rate because I'm the pontiff. But that's the kind of money. Very, very, a lot of bang per buck there. What's another very high-end watch that I would consider there? Look, I would, in the sports arena there, what else is there that is amazing bang per buck? Look, in that sort of collection, you could easily add an Omega Speedmaster Man on the Moon. I would seriously, if you really wanted to add a Speedmaster, I'd just get the classic, the Halcyon one, just the classic. It's not going to offend anyone. It's just the honest to God, iconic, beautiful sort of watch there. I think that is a Superb piece. What's some other high end watches in the sports genre that are bargains? And that there are a number of watches there. I tell you, a brand that's always been very, very soft in the sports genre on the secondary market, and that's Jaeger-LeCoultre. Now, Jaeger-LeCoultre, they make a fantastic, the Reverso is amazing, the Master Controls are beautiful, but their sports watches, they tend to fucking bang, they tend to bomb on the secondary market. And especially some of their retro dive chronographs, you're getting top end watchmaking at a very reasonable price. So Jaeger-LeCoultre, their sports type of lines are pretty damn good on the secondary market. It's a bit of an unusual twist. If you had a Jaeger-LeCoultre, you know, I think their sports lines, you know, the Master Compressor lines, there's some cool. They've also done some retros. If you like a bit of old-fashioned, a little bit of retro charm. The other thing, which I got to be honest with you, if you were in that, he's, you know, David Reeves is in a very high-end tailoring. I tell you what I think looks absolutely fucking amazing, which is really good bang per buck. And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be honest. It's a brand that I've said is pretty well fucking dying. Yes. Breitling. Yes. You could get I like the more historic models. I wouldn't say a Super Ocean steel fish. I'm saying Breitling, the retro. That's the reissue of the 1950s original divers. I would really say the Breitling Super Ocean Heritage. I would even prefer Heritage 1 instead of this Heritage 2. Now, the difference is that the Breitling Super Ocean Heritage 2, they use a ceramic bezel, and I think it looks fucking terrible, because if it's a Heritage diver, it'll have the fucking aluminum bezel, okay? Fuck me dead! So I would actually, personally, if I was buying a Breitling Super Ocean Heritage, I'd go for the Series 1, which did use the ETA movements, and they are kind of a bit cheaper. There are some absolute bargains in the Breitling genre. Breitling, I mean, look, I admit Rolex is a better quality, better resale, but if you're looking for a very, 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 very snazzy diver, I think in the sports genre, I think the Breitling has balls, and you could probably get something for $2,000 to $3,000. You're not looking at a lot of money, and it's a beautifully made watch, amazing bang per buck. And if you've got a President Day-Date, Rolex Day-Date President, and a fucking Lange, fuck me dead, you've got some real heavy hitters. So, yeah, that's kind of my opinion on some sports watches. Tell me what you think, guys. Remember, like, subscribe, tell your fuckhead friends about the channel, and don't forget to put a few nasty comments down below. Remember, guys, man cannot survive on Google Ads alone. I depend on paid reviews to keep me on the YouTube. So if you would like to do a paid review, look down below, $50 and I'll tell you the fucking truth. I will tell you the fucking truth, and you may not like it, but I'll be honest. I'll tell you what I really do think. So, guys, until next time, ciao, fuckers!
Oh. Hey Archie Luxury fans, if you're into luxury, then you gotta be into 66 Buick Rivieras. Check out my son and I, Alex, as we restore this beautiful 66 Buick.
Neighbors are having a picnic you know, having fun and stuff. Me, I'm doing cars. It's what I've done my whole life.
Aside from my soul, there goes a sight, there goes a sight. Now there goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight, there goes a sight. There goes a sight from my soul. I think it's all angels just walk by. 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 There goes a sight from my soul.